I've never been so comprehensively put down as by a 4-year-old girl who came into the room I was sitting in wearing a white frilly costume with wings. And I said to her, "Oh, are you a fairy or an angel?" And she looked at me as if I knew nothing and said, "I'm a fairy because fairies are white, angels are gold." Well, I did my doctorate on angels, but I didn't know that. As it happens, I was wearing gold corduroy trousers and, I'm afraid, a gold shirt, clerical shirt. And so I said to her, "Well, in that case, I must be an angel." And she looked at me with pure scorn oozing from every pore and said, "That is orange," and stormed out of the room. There was a 9-year-old girl who was interviewed about Christmas, and she said, "Everybody's got it wrong. Angels don't wear halos anymore. I forget why, but scientists are working on it." Well, after my experience with the 4-year-old girl, I hesitate to contradict a 9-year-old, but I rather doubt that many scientists are working on it. And that, I suggest, is the problem with Christmas. It's all about things like angels, which are just not part of people's ordinary everyday experience. They're not observable, they're not measurable, they're not predictable, and people don't really believe that they're real. People give angels house space at Christmas time, but only in the way that they give Frosty the Snowman or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer a similar house space. It just doesn't connect with people's ordinary everyday lives the rest of the year. But actually, that's the point. Actually, our ordinary everyday experience doesn't have enough resources of its own for us to live lives of meaning or of hope. Of course, angels aren't part of our everyday run-of-the-mill experience. But then, where is our everyday run-of-the-mill experience running to? It's running out. That's where it's running. So maybe this otherness, maybe the beyond our ordinary experienceness of the Christmas story is precisely what we need if the resources of our otherwise terminally finite lives are to be replenished. Maybe something or someone from outside is precisely what we need. And actually, that someone from outside has come into our everyday world, says the Christmas story. Has come into our ordinary lives, sharing our joys and our pains and our rejections and our betrayals and our unequal mixtures of compassion and shoddiness, but bringing a beauty, a power, a hope, and a glory which we would not have been able to conjure up by ourselves. I have a friend who does not, as far as I know, have any particular Christian or any other religious faith, but the first thing she says when she wakes up in the morning is glory. And the last thing she says before she goes to bed at night is, "Oh well." Because of Christmas, we can say glory without having also to qualify it by saying, "Oh well." May you know that beauty, that power, that hope, and that glory this Christmas time. Everyone at Wycliffe Hall joins me in wishing you a very happy Christmas.